Have to forgive any camera angles I put up. My phone is just literally up there with a piece of welding wire around it and holding it to a screw on the roof, and I'll see what this video looks like later on. But time for a tidy up down here because it's a shit tip again. Just one job makes this whole thing into a shit tip. But nothing but a good brush up and putting everything into containers and getting rid of can't sort out. But while I'm doing this, I might as well put another story together. So 1989, had this Austin Maxi, and I was going up to see a relative in Aberdeen from Edinburgh, and it was November, and it was cold. It was cold, it was raining, it was snowing, it was doing all sorts of stuff that us human beings don't actually like being in when we're in cars. But yes, this Austin Maxi. So we're driving up from Edinburgh to Aberdeen to go and see my auntie. And getting dark now, it's not that dark, but it's getting dark. And driving along, and suddenly the windscreen just goes psh. Zebra zone, toughened, not laminated back in those days. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I mean, you could still see where you were going until it started getting a little bit dark. And then basically the headlights were just crazing the whole thing. I mean, you couldn't see bugger all, absolutely nothing. So, punched a hole through this windscreen, so I can now see. We've gone to a scrapyard in Edinburgh, Aberdeen. We found one, but they were wanting £30 for a windscreen. Now, I've googled this and I've checked. Dole for the week was £22.70. So I'd already spent my Dole money. I didn't have any cash. The old man only had a fiver on him, and we were wanting that for petrol on the way home. So yes, it's now 1:30 in the morning when we've left my auntie's in Aberdeen. So it's a light drizzle. It's nothing, it's just like that mist, but it's what gets you wet. It gets you soaking wet, in fact. It would have been better if it was absolutely pissing down. But that wasn't the worst of it. Because as soon as we left Aberdeen, about 2 miles out, it started snowing. And I don't just mean snow, it was an absolute whiteout. So, just trying to think why I had my motorcycle gear in there. But my old man, he's now sat in the passenger seat, and he's got motorcycle helmet on, no visor, and he's packed it full of toilet tissue. And I've got my motorcycle one piece on. We're driving along, and the snow is coming in the windscreen. It's bucketing in. By the time we've got to Perth, this Maxi was like at this angle. There must have been a half ton of snow in the back. So yeah, that was a long, cold one. That was, but got to keep these videos up to a certain length of time. So I'm going to give you another one. I had this Mark 1 Granada coupe that I converted to 2 litre at the time. Got a Pinto engine in it. Normally they come with a 3 litre V6 Essex engine. And as always, it was done on the cheap when you were that young. And we're going to start with that one. Let's start where I just put the engine in, because I got it out of a 2-litre estate car and it had electronic ignition, but I only happen to have a points distributor. So I've chucked this engine in, and I was good friends at the time with a guy up in Motherwell called Davy McInnes, he was the Granada Coupe guy at the time. I believe he's dead now, kidney failure. But he was in Motherwell and I was in Hamilton outside Glasgow. Why are you so tight? Don't be so tight. There we go. You can live down there for a minute. So yeah, I've gone there to Motherwell to see my mate in this. And as I'm going from Hamilton to Motherwell, the engine's pinking, and it's pinking a lot. So I've got there. He's got like this garage, which is literally just around the corner from the police station. Opened the bonnet, touched the radiator cap, stone cold. Touched the radiator, stone cold, so I thought, right, it's not overheating. So let's check out the amount of water. And I've literally gone with the radiator cap, and normally you've got like that first click, and then it will come up. No, this time it didn't. It literally came, and I was looking straight over it at the time, and basically I steamed off all the skin off one side of my face, all up my neck, all up my chest. Davey wasn't actually there at the time because he was away, so they took my shirt off and there's a puddle of water on the floor, clean rainwater on tarmac. And I've soaked this, and the pain is just unreal. Not the pain here, but just the pain on the edges of it. So I've walked about a minute and a half round to the police station. I remelt all of this, by the way. I get all that back into Molten Alley and I use it for other projects. So I've walked round to the police station and told the person on reception what had basically happened, and I sat down, and then the next thing I had these coppers come and grab me and pull me through to the restrooms, and they had this kettle and they were pouring cold water over me. Phoned an ambulance and basically took me to the Laws Hospital outside Glasgow. I don't even know where it is, it must be Lanark. So, gone to work in Lanark, and they've assessed me and they've put this, it started hurting, and they says if it's hurting it's good. So they've put this cream, white cream all over me. I've got no shirt because that's gone. Basically wearing a pair of jeans, trainers, socks, that's it. So this is about 6:30. So they phoned me a taxi. Luckily I had some money at the time. They phoned a taxi, picked me up, and I've had to say to the taxi driver, you're going to have to stop at a cash machine. So here's me in the queue now for the cash machine and looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. But yeah, the healing of that was something else, because it was all yellow and pussy, and it was like 2 weeks of hair growing through the pus, beard growing through the pus, your clothes sticking to you. Even though you had this cream on, you couldn't cover it. Oh, it was minging. But I'm unsure how this video is going to come out, because obviously the way in which I've got it put up there, I've even got a funny feeling that it's going to be upside down. I'm going to have to edit it out, move things around. But the pinking on the Granada Coupe, yeah, that was the first part of this story, because that Granada Coupe came to bite me in the ass again on another journey, and I will add that up on the next story. Right, I'm going to come through here, turn that off, and I shall catch you later on, guys. Just remember, like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Costs nothing. Go for it. Later, dudes.